Some romantic idea that I'd traveled 2,000 miles and see a Chicano fisherman on the end of Newport Pier pull a huge fish, grouper, out of the Pacific night waves. But lo, he dolefully yanks his fish pole out and even laughed when I did, and then we were all in hysterics. Compare that to red-headed savant walking L.A. streets in down-at-heel shoes, eternal grin etched on face, shuffling, some precious manifesto clutched to his breast, destination unknown. God knows what all on his mind as I shoulder past him. Musicians playing in every storefront, saxophone, conga drummer, struggling black young man, father and little daughter, up till after bedtime to make a dime. One-man band with strings and pedals, stocking feet, sticks, Korean or Vietnamese, and a cowboy hat and pencil-striped shirt, kicking and strumming, furiously poking at his keys and cymbals to make a happy sound for the sappy crowd. Plash, barouche, hish. Long curve of Capistrano Bay, ghost-like, disappearing into horizon gray. Woman with me wonders if a beach bungalow and wrap-around blue jean skirt is a fair trade for a slow death in urban bumper-to-bumper 5:53 p.m. snarls in a car. Kids who maybe expect too much, and men who, like me, say anything when we're trying to get what we want. These are, after all, only words written because I'm gone again. Wander into local bars where the waitresses go after they huff and sweat with the sound of surf outside the propped open doors, in between the click of billiard balls and shouts as bleary-eyed kids miss dead-on shots because their minds are on fire, and their loins too, for that matter. As I stand in the doorway wondering if a 40-year-old blonde with the look of too many tiring affairs, but still with a hint of pleated skirt dignity, goes back to her room alone to open a new bottle of scotch, or finish an old one, or if someone with any commitment to her is waiting, and my whole impression of her desirability as she sits on a stool is just my fatigued and road-weary mind seducing me into believing that these glances into the eyes of strangers, 1 second out of a whole lifetime, mean anything at all unless you choose to think about them. Arsh, Rarosh, whoosh. The sun setting behind and below ribbons of airport concrete, red, hazy orange, mysterious. Same sun I watched set over Michigan Lake, same wind, children playing that time, only I'm different, on a new adventure, anticipation high, and now it's dark in hotel room. Door swings open and closes on its latest temporary occupant, who stands before the windows, same windows as Saigon, as New York, as Atlanta, as Seattle, as New Jersey, as before Pacific Ocean, as before Atlantic Ocean, as... And Jesus, could it have been Jesus, leaned in the open window of my sedan, begging for money? No! Food! Give me food if you have it. A hunted and hunting look in his eyes. Would he reach in, grab me, strike me, as I said, no? Jesus wouldn't have, and the t-shirted, ragged wanderer let me pass too, swallowed up in the night that would certainly consume him some night, as he wanted to make someone care about him and his lashings, about disposable people, but we're all being disposed of in some cruel method. It's just that some of us don't feel the fall of the whip until all of the blows are struck. All these moments frozen in time like the red rose and dregs of Merlot against a tablecloth white, a napkin crushed but not soiled as are our dreams, just disarrayed like our aspirations, still purities, but with the shadows that creep in when the light of our commitment is diminished by circumstance of existence. Plash, barouche, hish, arsh, arsh, rawoosh, whoa, blow, So we stood in the wind, looking out at sea, our feet rooted to sand, thinking our separate thoughts, but they really were the same reflections about rock and water and stars, and how to enjoy the present, make the moment last forever, not worry if the next second would bring heaven or hell, knowing that dedication is the only thing that really works, and we put our arms around each other, and that's as it should be.